stop being lazy. Yeah. And I became creative. Yeah. And I learned how to create it. And now that pride's for me. So come see. Oh, come here.
Welcome back to the Silver Line Atlanta Falcons football podcast. I am your host, Sterlington. This is your host, Cam. And we're coming at you with a Thanksgiving Day, well, not Thanksgiving Day, but a Thanksgiving episode. It's Wednesday evening, for those who don't know, Wednesday, the 26th of November. And we don't have the injury reports for the game. And honestly, we're at the point in the season where this is a little less formal and a little more informal. You know what I'm saying? We were here ready to shoot the shit a little bit. Because the Falcons kind of giving us a lot to talk about, especially considering how everything's shaking out with them, the news. And it's so funny because last week we was all down in the dumps. 5-game losing streak, quarterback out for the year on the 5th game of said losing streak. Billy Bowman went down for the year, so it was a rough week. But nothing like a win against the Saints, the Panthers and the Bucks losing, and seeing your playoff hopes reinvigorated just like that to get you ready and raring to go. But first and foremost, what's up with you, Cam? How you doing, buddy?
I'm feeling good, my boy. Feeling blessed, feeling highly favored, feeling thankful. It's been a good year. It's been a good year. I'm looking forward to spending some time with the family tomorrow, eating some good food, watching some football. But yeah, man. Last week's dub has reinvigorated us a little bit, especially after the Bucks and the Panthers lost in prime time. Both of them lost in prime time, so we got to watch those games. So it was nice. It was nice to be able to see their flaws and see them come down to earth a little bit, and also see that the division is still wide open, man. Wide open. We're 4-7 with a very favorable matchup. We're going against the New York Jets in MetLife. I hate MetLife. Hope nobody gets hurt. Knock on wood. That's a terrible stadium, known for taking all types of knees and whatnot. But as of right now, yeah, injury report. The team is what it is. Hopefully we get Drake back. If not this week, especially for next week. We got a big test against Seattle, but that's looking a little bit far ahead. I'm just kind of talking about this week. But yeah, I'm feeling cautiously optimistic. I may I've had like a little tablespoon of hopium. Just a tablespoon, nothing crazy. Just a tablespoon of hopium. And, we beat the Saints. Beat the division rival. Got me feeling some type of way.
Yo, ain't nothing like beating the Saints to get you reinvigorated. And honestly, I'm very we've been Falcons fans for a long time. We have a certain expectation of disappointment, right? So it's far, far, far beneath me to prematurely celebrate a win over a bad team and act like your playoff hopes is fixed, right? Far beneath me to do that. But I love the narrative of us being on a 5-game losing streak, and the thing that helped our season get back on track is a win against the Saints in a building.
Mm-hmm.
I would love for that to be the game where they be like, and this is where the Falcons turn the corner.
Yes, this was the pivotal moment for the DVD, the Super Bowl DVD that comes out. I know DVDs don't come out anymore, but this was the pivotal moment right here. Yeah.
Oh my God. Imagine the Super Bowl run off of that. That shit would be crazy. Because like you said, that's the pivotal moment. And see, let me tell you what else too, right? It's certain things that get justified a little if we do go on a little run. Like, look, I think no matter how you feel about it, I know some people thought the Falcons made some stupid moves, with the quarterbacks and with the draft picks and James Pierce and all, but they're only stupid if they don't work out. Right now, your quarterback is hurting out for the year. If Kirk Cousins, who is finally healthy, because we do have to remember last year he was recovering from injury. If
And he
Kirk,
is now 2 years removed from his Achilles.
he's 2 years removed.
Yes.
If Kirk Cousins actually is playing well, because let's remember now. Even though I know Kirk Cousins, he was a little bit more of a Mooney guy. But Drake London was still eating pretty good under Kirk, and he was missing Drake London last week. We literally saw Kirk Cousins put together a respectable performance, right? Um, Second game starting this year. Um, Drake London's out. And look, let's not forget that we got the third string right tackle out there.
Mm-hmm.
We got the third string right tackle, and this is getting to be the point of the year where he getting exposed. All right, he's the third string guy for a reason. He changed positions. That's two things. So he's third string guy for a reason. He changed positions, and teams got 11 games worth of film on him now. They know who they want to attack on our line and who they want to attack him with. And so Kirk, he put together a respectable performance, all things considered. He had the one pick six. He double clutched it. I think on the post game the Quicksilver reaction, I think I call that the bicycle built for two. I know some people look at that and they just blame Kyle Pitts. And to be fair, if Kyle Pitts don't like tear it the fuck up over these next 6 games, I'm like, yeah, go ahead. Just hold the door open for him and let him go.
Yeah, and we can save the franchise tag for somebody else.
Yeah, I just think let's just go ahead and spend that money, save that money. That's a $20 million contract we don't have to give out.
Yeah.
All right, so now we can dump that money into Drake and Bijan, who's gonna be coming up soon. But also we got Devon Diablo back, and honestly, the defense looked a lot better. It turns out when you have to choose between Devon Diablo and JD Bertrand, well, damn, your defense is impacted by those types of moves.
Couldn't agree more, man. Couldn't agree more.
You know what I'm
Especially
saying?
when it comes to stopping a run.
Yeah.
Yeah, we sorely needed him. And while we're talking about the defense, I like to give a shout out to our rookies, man. We have who's the rookie leader in sacks? Is it Jalen Carter? And then
not Carter.
I mean,
I know.
right,
Jalen's from Georgia.
Walker, and then like leader in pressure percentage, James Pierce Jr. Leader in interceptions, Xavier Watts. These are all three rookies.
Mm-hmm.
These are rookies, man.
These are rookies, and they need those.
And the crazy thing is, they are doing what we prayed for them to do, which is like step into this role and make it your own. They are doing exactly what we asked for. I couldn't be happier with our rookie class. Hell, it's unfortunate that Bowman Jr. Popped his Achilles and will be out for the year, but he was playing well too.
He was. He's kind of an all-around guy.
He really was, man. He really was. Hey, something else I'd like to bring up is this defense has had 5+ sacks in 4 straight games.
Mm-hmm.
We are cooking, man.
And what, like 4+ sacks in 5 straight games, I think?
I thought it was
No. You had it right. It's 5. I think it's 5 sacks in 4 games. And over the last 5 games, it's been at least 4 sacks.
I think that's correct. Yep.
And this last game, we had our lowest blitz percentage and still accumulated those sacks. So now we're starting to see the young guys turn the corner. And look, when we say young guys, we don't just mean the rookies. Brandon Dorlus he's trying out there with 6 sacks. Now, I didn't watch the whole thing. I was watching a YouTube compilation of all the sacks we got. I'll be honest. Sometimes Brandon Dorlus, he getting some of them. Come off my block after the edge guys created the pressure and get the sacks. So you could call them cleanup sacks, but I mean, also, that was the fucking plan. We were always supposed to have edge rushers who could create the pressure. And then when the guys step up in the pocket, we got guys who can collapse the pocket.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and that's basically what's happening. I think Rook played a real good game. Now the Saints had a lot of backup O linemen, but baby steps. All right, what you start seeing is your young guys. A lot of your young guys can get their ass whooped by them same backups when they're young. But now we
Yep.
we we getting to a point where when you have cracks in your line, our guys can expose them. All right. Now the next step is obviously to be able to win matchups against good offensive lines, and we'll see how that goes. But I think it definitely goes a lot better when you got Devon Diablo who can stand up with some coverage over the middle. You know what I'm saying? He can be a robber for you, take away a lot of these crossing routes because that was the other thing. Like I think the biggest flaw for JD Bertrand was that he didn't really have anything he could hang his hat on. Like some guys, you a thumper. You know what I'm saying? Like with Nate Landman, uh, shout out to Nate Landman, big ups to Nate Landman, who just received a 3-year extension by the Rams. Um, he wasn't very much of a coverage linebacker, although he wasn't a bad coverage linebacker. I think last year Jimmy Lake fucked over a lot of guys on the defense. None of the guys who were getting their butts whooped last year are getting their ass kicked like that this year. Nate Landman, he used to look rough in coverage. But I remember the year before, he had like 3 picks. He's never a great defender. Like he's definitely shouldn't be one-on-one with a running back, but he was still at least in zone a reasonable defender. But the point that I was getting before I got distracted was that Nate Landman is a thumper. He's gonna be your guy against the run. He's gonna punch the ball out, but he's not gonna be a great cover guy. Some guys are gonna be great in coverage, but they're gonna be shaky against the run. But it seemed like with JD, and maybe he just needs more development too. He's from the same draft class as Dorless and Rook Rororo, and those guys they barely played last year, but they needed some time to develop. Bertrand might need a little more time too, but yeah, not really bringing anything in the coverage part of the defense, not bringing anything in the run defense. He's literally just a body out there, and
Yeah.
yeah, so I think that was huge. And then it gives you some hope for the rest of the season. Give you some hope for the rest of the season because now you start to you look, you see, all right, the Bucks they keep getting injuries, It's finally catching up to them. They do have a new offensive coordinator this year. It's honestly about time some of these things start to catch up to them. And now Baker, he's dealing with injury, a very similar injury to the one he had in Cleveland that got him out of Cleveland, right? And so he's dealing with that. Now they got the Cardinals. The Cardinals, they're 3-8, but they're a scrappy team. They're a scrappy team. Honestly, it's a game that when it's our turn to play them, I will not be looking past.
Oh, absolutely, man. That is a tough team who they're playing hard. It's just sometimes the games just haven't gone their way. But yeah, dude, I know you mentioned some of the other young guys. It's a shame that Zach Harrison went out on IR too, because he was finally coming into form as well.
Bruh, I said, didn't we have our breakout candidates for each position group? And I think I said Zach Harrison. I'm gonna have to go back and pull up the archives. But I was like, I think Zach Harrison ready to be him. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
dude.
saying?
I
Like,
agree. I agree.
and even when I went and watched, because I think Brandon Dorless just took the team lead for sacks. But before it was Zach Harrison, and he was tied with Brandon Dorless, but Zach Harrison had only played like 7 games.
Mm-hmm.
Like Zach Harrison got 4 less games and is still like second on the team in sacks.
I know.
And
I
I'm
know.
like, hey, bro, Zach Harrison, it is such a thing. Now, I think when I hear IR, I hear out for the year. He might not be out for the year, so we'll see. Maybe we'll get him back. Maybe we get, fingers crossed. Maybe he's coming back during a playoff push. Fingers crossed. All right, good. We're not gonna get too excited because while we are the silver lining, we want you to have some hope in the darkest of times. You know what I'm saying? A ray of silver in the dark, as you can see. Um, I don't want to get too bought in. I mean, look, let's be real. The team's coming off of a 5-game losing streak, and they had to win that game. You getting a bad team against a rookie quarterback, and your playoff hopes are on life support. You had to have that game. And honestly, this game going against the Jets, that's our season.
It is. It
We
is.
lose that game, I don't want to hear shit about playoffs. Honestly, I don't really want to talk about it now, but you can't help but look at the schedule, see that the Bucks and the Panthers have not played each other yet, and the Bucks, who lead the division, are only 2 games up, and we got one more game against the Bucks.
Mm-hmm.
Now, honestly, the Panthers got as many.
Oh yeah, I think I am. What is that?
That's a person watching this podcast that hasn't subscribed. Subscribe. The button's down below. You know what I'm saying? We got, just the NFC West hard games and and the Bucks. I count the Bucks, but it's a division opponent. So it's like, yeah, it's a tough game, but it's a division opponent. You know what I'm saying? That can go either way. You already know what kind of game. That's tough for both of us because it's a division opponent. But I mean, look, brother. Like I said, don't wanna talk about playoffs, but you just can't help but see that there is a very real path. The only issue with the path is that the Falcons more or less have to almost win out.
We have to win
Um,
out. We have to win out. No, almost. We got to win out.
I mean, I'm just trying to be technical at this point, but yeah, we got to win out. Like we don't technically have to win out. All right, if if XYZ didn't happen, but I mean, ultimately, the good part, whether you have to win out or not, is that your season is still mostly like 95% in your hands, which is not what we thought we were going to be getting at this point, given how things were. I don't think you felt that way, and I don't think I felt that way. Honestly, let's go ahead and flip it to our next segment. Y'all know Thanksgiving is tomorrow. Let's get a little quid pro quo, Cam. Let's get a little back and forth, Cam. Tell the viewers something that you thankful for, and then I'll tell them, and we'll go back and forth. What's something you thankful for this year
Hey man,
regarding these
I'm
Falcons?
started off. I'm thankful for the pod, man. Recording with my homie. I'm sure I'm hopeful that the viewers enjoyed as well. But it's been enjoyable, man. I enjoy talking about the Falcons despite how much they crush us.
Yeah.
But at this point, we used to it.
It's funny you said that because one of the things I was thinking about was I'm thankful that we not already talking about the draft.
Ooh, my goodness,
Like it's
man.
because look, let's be real. Nobody want to talk about the draft as much for you not picking in the first round.
Oh my god.
Nobody want to talk like it's like dang, especially because you traded that pick. So like you possibly giving the Rams a real good pick. Um, so I'm thankful for that. And I guess we'll just swing it back around. I'll do two and then swing it back to you. You do two, whatever. Um, I can't believe I'm saying this. No, I'm not saying it, but I'm thankful that I at least have to question if Terry is actually incompetent or not. And now, hold on, calm down. Wait, let me explain. Right. So I've been kind of looking at it, and maybe we'll save this for another episode where we do a deeper analysis on Terry following those moves, both in the draft and free agency and through trades. But one of the moves that kind of had me a little up in arms was when we had to choose between Grady Jarrett and David Onyemata. Um, and really, we thought I think most of us thought it was a foregone conclusion. Onyemata was getting cut, and hopefully we could keep Grady. And look, when we saw what Grady made in Chicago, we said, "Damn, good for Grady," because that is a little expensive. But Bears fans feel like that's a lot expensive. They ain't messing with it. They do not like seeing Grady Jarrett making the money he making for the impact he's making. And if I'm being candid, David Onyemata's been pretty good this year.
He's been solid.
He's been
He's been very
solid. I wouldn't say he's worth his contract, but he wasn't. There was no way he was going to be playing as much with the young guys we got. But he's been an asset. He has been an asset, and honestly, Fondo made the right decision. We like you said earlier in the pod, we excited about the rookies. Hey, them find those boys. Hey, Abdul Carter, who was playing with Brian Burns and Dexter Lawrence and them, he ain't got no sacks. He ain't got no sacks. A lot of the guys who I looked, another one of the guys that people wanted to be a Falcon, Mike Green, from Marshall, he got like 2 sacks. Donovan Ezeraku, 2 sacks. The 2 guys in Carolina, Princely Uman Mielen and Nick Scorton. They only got a couple sacks, but the rookies that are leading the way in sacks and in pressures are both playing on the same team.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And honestly, I'm starting to feel like if Terry didn't shit the bed with his first draft and the first, not for maybe the first couple drafts. I can't remember which. I think Troy was in the second one. If he didn't kind of shit the bed like he did, you might be looking at his ability to draft in a whole different light. So he's made a lot of mistakes, but my point is, I'm grateful that I don't just outright say he's incompetent. I'm even wondering if maybe he know a little something.
I'd have to agree. He showed me a little bit more than I thought. And the fact that each draft class has gotten progressively better shows me that he's kind of finding his touch, finding his way.
Yeah.
So I have to agree with that statement, man.
It's shocking, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what else are you thankful for, Cam?
Something I'm thankful for is Jeff Ulbrich, man. Hey, I'm gonna keep it a buck. The Falcons have gone the retread route before when it comes to coordinators, i.e., like Dirk Cutter.
Yep, that's exactly what I'm thinking about.
And it didn't work out. So when they said, "Oh, we're gonna bring Jeff Ulbrich back into the building," I had some second thoughts. I'm like, is this guy gonna be good enough for us? Is he? Hey, it didn't work out in New York, so why would it work out here? But I'm glad I was wrong. He has found a way to mold these young guys into his image, man. He has found a way. He also has adapted because he said he traditionally only likes to rush 4, but given the nature of what he has to use what he has. And one thing we got depth on the edge. The crazy, like we got like Braylon Trice who's still on IR. He ain't played a snap of official
regular season football.
Regular season football. He hasn't played a single snap, and I'm hoping he can come to form. Hopefully, he can take that next step. And he's coming back from that injury, and we also got depth now, so he's like down on the rotation. So I mean, we'll see.
Don't even have to contribute a bunch of snaps.
Exactly,
a few good ones.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, dog. This Falcons defense, it's we throwing boys at you, man. We actually got some sneaky depth at edge. We got no linebacker depth whatsoever.
No, it shows.
We got our
what the hell is Troy?
Our DB depth is questionable as well.
Yeah, it's shaky. It's shaky.
But hey, we got some D line depth. And you know what? We're making the most out of it. And that's something to be thankful for.
Hey man, look, that D line depth is kind of leading the way. I mean, I think we have a realistic chance at 50 plus sacks this year. It's honestly, the 50 is almost a foregone conclusion. We got a real chance at 60 sacks this year.
Dude, that shit's crazy,
we would
bro.
need 21 in 6 games. But that's just a little more than 3 a game.
Which is very doable considering how we're playing.
Considering our current pace, yeah.
So yeah, dog, I'm thankful for that.
And you know what? Speaking of being thankful, I'm about to either regret saying this, but I'm gonna get ahead. I'll stick my neck out a little bit. Um, I'm thankful for Kirk Cousins because
Ooh, it's a good
um,
one, my man.
and the reason why I'm thankful for him is because let's be real. If we were trotting out a real backup right now, I don't give a fuck what we did in that game against um the
The Saints.
thank you, the Saints.
We could have messed around and lost that game.
And and mainly I wouldn't feel like there was hope. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Kirk is really still getting his stride back. Like honestly, we could mess around and Kirk could be really heating up and playing at a Kirk Toba level down the stretch, and that could be the difference.
And that's
You know what
why
I'm
I
saying?
brought up that fact in the rapper reaction video. If Kurt goes on a Nick Foles-esque run,
You did say that.
and I'm just like, I'm not trying to, I am trying to speak it into existence, but I'm not trying to jinx us or anything like that. But man, hey, he is technically a starter. He plays football at a starter level. He was just injured, and we already paid a premium for him.
Now,
This is why you solve the quarterback situation, and it looks good if it works out. It looks good if it works out. But hey, man, could you imagine if we didn't have Kirk right now? We'd be essentially giving the Rams a top 5 pick. Everybody in the building getting fired. But hey,
Kirk might
Raheem said
save some
it.
jobs, boy.
Raheem said it in his press conference. I wouldn't be here right now if we had better quarterback play. So you know what this regime saw out to do? Address quarterback play, and we did so. We all technically we overinvested into it.
Yeah,
We
we overinvested.
overinvested in
Yeah,
the quarterback play, which is why we're like getting laughed at right now.
yeah,
Because we paid Kirk the bag, and on top of paying Kirk the bag, use our 8th pick to pick Michael Penix Jr.
yeah.
And I respect the pick. I still don't think the book is written on Mike. I think he can come back. It kind of sucks he can't really use the summer to really like hone his craft. He'll be more like
Yeah.
rehabbing. But hey, I still believe in the guy. But right now, he's hurt, and guess what? We got the guy we paid for.
That's right.
And if he can play like the guy we paid for, if he can play his contract's worth these last 6 games, it'll all be worth it.
Look, the way the season is set up,
We gonna need it.
he
We gonna need it.
basically before he has to actually, be dependent upon. He's basically, no disrespect, NFL teams are still NFL teams, but he basically getting 2 tune-up games.
Woo! You technically are correct.
He getting to play the Saints, and that's on the road. Then I think we in MetLife, so he gets to play the Jets on the road, and then you get to come back and play the Seahawks for your hard game. You get to be home in a dome for your first tough test after having gotten a chance to get your feet wet and get back used to playing football as the starting quarterback for 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because I know it didn't look pretty when he went out there against Miami. It looked bad. It looked real bad. Everything about that looked bad. That might be one of the games that got away from us this year that we look at, depending on how the season goes. We look back and say that was one of the games that cost us.
Mm-hmm.
Really, that you can look at honestly any of those games in that 5-game stretch of losing outside of the San Fran game, and you can say any of those games were the reason why our season went the way it went, right? Um, but this could be one of those everything happens for a reason. Kirk asked for a trade. He ended up not getting traded. His play in that Miami game probably contributed to it, but Kirk Cousins did not get a full week of preparation that week.
And that who knows? That could
Like,
be the blessing in disguise that he
that could
kind
be
of
the
shit the
blessing in
bed
disguise.
because he would have got picked up by somebody, and then we'd have nothing.
And then we just be sitting here being like, well, we just gifted the Rams a top 5 pick. Because look, let's be real now. When you saw that 3-4, look, when you have the Jets on the horizon, you see that 3-7 and 5-7 look real different when you're in the right division. When you 3-7 on a 5-game losing streak and you feel like this is it, then you automatically going to all right, Rams getting top 5 picks. But we mess around and win. You feel like all right now, if Kirk Gardner look good. You start to feel like all right, hold on now. We at least probably won't give the Rams a top 5 pick, but also, Kirk Cousins, you might got something. And look, not to bring up old shit. How many times Kirk Cousins beat the Bucks last year?
Twice.
Oh, okay. Do we still got a game against the Bucks this year?
We do.
Oh, okay. So
and those were 2 of his best games. 2 of his best games.
Oh, okay. Now is the guy calling the defensive plays still there?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. So all I'm gonna say is don't
There's a will. Can the Falcons find a way?
And look, all I'm gonna just say is we ain't gotta phone it in yet. All right. There is life, there is reasons to be grateful right now. Just be thankful that you still get to enjoy meaningful football into, hopefully, because December starts Monday technically, but into December.
Mm-hmm.
All righty. I think we're gonna do a short episode today. It's Thanksgiving. I know by the time this get up, maybe if y'all watching it, y'all be with your families and stuff and watching the Thursday and Friday slate of games. So we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up here. Anything you want to say before we get out of here, Cam?
27-24 Falcons.
If we give up 24 points to the Jets, man, fire all these motherfuckers. Ain't no way. I'm calling the Falcons 27-7, 20-point dub. That's something to be thankful about. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Thank you for joining us today. Y'all know the drill by now. Please like, subscribe, share, comment, and hit the little bell when you want to hear some real niggas uploading. Peace.